Hi, I'm Commander Ben Hall. I'm a candidate for sheriff in the June primary. Today I want to talk to you about my 6-point plan. First of all, I believe, in talking to a lot of people out there, we're all tired of the expense of government. And one of the first things I'll do is reduce unnecessary bureaucracy at the Sheriff's Department. One of those things will be elimination of the Undersheriff position. That's a $200,000 position that I certainly don't need to run my department. And we can either use that as a savings, or hopefully maybe we can use that to provide a couple extra deputies to work on the streets. Second of all, I think the department needs to be a little bit more transparent, a little more accountable. And on my website, for example, there is a Ask Commander Ben site on there where you can come onto the internet, ask me directly a question, and I'll respond on the internet. And at first, I tell you what, I wasn't totally comfortable with that, but I haven't done it and been doing it for several months now. I think it's a great opportunity to communicate back with the public. And so as sheriff, there'll be an Ask Sheriff Hall. And you could get on our website and ask me directly questions about what you might be read or concerns you have about the department. Same time, I think that we need to be a little bit more outreach. We need to be on radio talk shows where we're talking to the public and we're receiving phone calls from the public and responding and telling the public why we do what we're going to do. I think we could have town hall meetings on dealing with, what's going on with the crime and the gangs and the drugs that are happening in your particular communities. And I'd also, I think that it would be a good opportunity to post our budget. So you can come on to the internet, get onto our website, and see exactly where your money is being spent at the Sheriff's Department. Gang injunctions. I'm not telling you that San Luis Obispo County is a horrible place right now because of gangs. We do have 3 major gangs in San Luis Obispo. We have a gang in Oceano, Napomo, and also now up in Paso Robles. However, we're surrounded right now with gang problems. Just south of, just on the other side of the riverbed in Santa Maria, serious gang problem down there. About 10% of their department's budget is on gangs. East of here, just recently, there's been an article in the newspaper talked about the Fresno Bulldogs. They say there's 12,000 of those gang members in Fresno. That would be the equivalent of having 6,000 of these gang members in San Luis Obispo County. Totally unacceptable. I just couldn't imagine that coming to San Luis Obispo County. Just north of us up here in Salinas last year, we reportedly had 29 murders in Salinas alone, all of them gang related. And again, it's not only just the cost of those crimes going on, but in these shootings, there's other people getting wounded, and the cost to the society of taking care of those folks for many, many, many years. It's quite an expense and a drain on our communities, and just one that we don't need in San Luis Obispo County. So I've been proposing that we have gang injunctions. These are things that have worked well just down in Lompoc. They're using them as part of their attack on the gangs in Fresno, and so I would institute those as in an effort to curb any future gangs in San Luis Obispo County. Drug testing for students. I know this is a bit controversial depending on the community you're in. This is really not even a law enforcement position here. This is something that the schools institute, and I'm 100% for these things because it allows us to reduce the amount of drugs that our kids are using eventually as adults also. It gives the parents a chance to be alerted on possible problems with their children. It gives the schools an opportunity to be able to step in early enough, before our kids are addicted to deal with drug problems when they test in a negative way. So I believe that it works in a number of different ways. For example, if a child knows that they possibly could be drug tested, it gives them an excuse. They can say, oh, no, I can't do that because I might get tested. So it gives them a reason why they can say no to drugs out there. Another program I'd like to see, I would see instituted here in San Luis Obispo County is one on elder fraud. Currently I'm working the Coastal Patrol Division, Avila to Monterey County line, and I see where our elderly, anyone over 60 is being targeted by these current frauds and scams that are going on out there, and people are losing their dollars out of this. It's not like someone uses a credit card or gets your account number and you just contact the credit card company and that's wiped out. It's an inconvenience, it's an irritant, but you actually don't lose much money, maybe $50 at the most. What we're seeing out there is people, our elderly, losing thousands and thousands of dollars through these internet frauds, these phone scams, and things of this nature. So I would have an elder fraud unit, and I would like also to see if we could get the police departments to also buy in on that, so it would be a county-wide unit out there. But that would be one thing I definitely would start. It's not something that I saw in my career 20, 25, 30 years ago. It's something that's just come up fairly recently, and it's where our folks are losing a lot of money. Finally, illegal immigration. There's certain things that the San Luis Sheriff's Department that we can do and we can't do, but one thing I think we can do and do better is deal with those illegal immigrants that have been deported, and they've been deported because they have committed felons in the United States, and then they come back again, and when they do that, they have committed a federal felony, and that is something that we can be involved in. And I'd like to get one of my deputies trained as a federal agent so that he can better work with ICE and file these charges against these folks that come back in there. Let everyone know that if you come to San Luis Obispo County, you've been deported, you committed a felony, that we're going to go after you.